Hey guys, just with JHart Modelworks. So the paint portion of the kitchen renovation is done. You can see where the paint stops there. That white section back there is the living room. She wants to start on that next. But we are taking a few weeks off before we start on that. I definitely need the break. We've got a lot done though. All of the paint in the kitchen is done. We have most of the electrical done. The only things that aren't light switches and electrical sockets that aren't replaced yet are the ones that are waiting for the new countertops and cabinets. I do need to replace the pantry door still. But for the most part, most of it is done. Most importantly to me is that most of my bench is back, as you can see. Not everything is back. I do still have to go hunt for things from time to time. It is kind of frustrating, but most of it is back, and I've been able to do a little bit of building. Also means I was able to finish something. The Fujimi Lamborghini Gallardo is done. Not my greatest work ever, but I am still pretty happy with it. There's always going to be little things that you wish you could have done better on every build, and we are our own worst critics. I would definitely judge my work a lot harsher than I would ever judge anyone else's. It is what it is. But like I said, I am pretty happy with how this one turned out. So let's go ahead and get this camera flipped around. Let me stop rambling, and let's go check the garage to see how it came out. Here she is, guys, all wrapped up. We went with Splash Paint's Rosso Bia, which is a gorgeous metallic red. Really loving the way the colors turned out. For the interior, it is Mr. Surfacer 1500 Gray Primer with some Splash Paint's interior red for the accent colors. Can't really see the interior all that well, so that is realistically going to be the most you're going to see of the interior here. The glass itself is not in great condition. It has bounced around a bit. It has got stress fractures in the glass. These are not scratches that you can just polish out. Like that right there runs all the way through the glass, through the center. On top of that, these side glasses are a pain. They fit really nice in the back. But here in the front, they really do not want to sit down inside the body. And you can't just sand that off because your trim is a part of the glass. So it's like that on both sides. There's just so much you can do to try and get it to sit as close as possible and call it a day. Can get a little more light here in the interior. You can see some of our details in there. Grab a flashlight. There you go. You can at least get some better light in there. Got some nice seatbelt action going. I'm really happy with the interior, even though you can't see it. Chassis wise, there's not a whole lot going on down here. It's just one big plate. We did detail up with just some paint the underside here. We 3D printed up our wheels. It's been so long I've forgotten completely where they came from, as well as our mirrors because my kit did not have any. Another thing that we did 3D model and print up is that mesh inside there, as well as the one up here at the top. These are not in the AccuStyon Photo Etch mesh set. They really should have been. I'm surprised that they skipped those. I did not want to use the clear plastic that comes in the Fujimi kit. These are the AccuStyon Photo Etch. And honestly, I kind of wish that I had 3D modeled my own, because the way the AccuStyon mesh works, there is no lip to glue it in. The way I ended up doing it was I left the fret tabs on from the photo etch fret, and I used those as anchors to kind of get it where I want it. And then I had to go around the outside and glue the photo etch just in various kind of dots, and you can really see where I had to go in and glue them. So that is a little bit disappointing, to be honest with you. Those AccuStyon sets are really expensive. You can't find them anymore. When you do find them, they cost a fortune. And Mike very graciously included one when he sent me this kit. But I really think they should have given you a little bit more lip for gluing. It would have made it look a lot nicer. The same goes for the photo etch meshes back here. These are the AccuStyon meshes as well. And again, you can see where I glued it. You can see where I went around the edges trying to hide my glue as best as possible. I did glue it from the inside, but yeah, you can see where it went in. But all in all, it went in pretty nicely. I would like to take a moment to thank Jamie G. I mentioned before that I was running out of these Lamborghini metal transfers. And these come from a company called Zoom-On, but Zoom-On will no longer ship to the US. Jamie is up there in Canada. He let me use his address to ship them. And then he shipped them from Canada to Texas for me. So thank you, Jamie. Looking forward to our motorcycle buddy build coming up. That looks really weird because it's in there at an angle. The back end of that transmission piece, but that's the way it's supposed to sit. So looking at photos on the 1-to-1s, it sits kind of at an angle like that, and the part is angled like that. So it's not like it's just the chassis twist. It's actually designed to sit like that. Very strange. We did get our custom Texas plates. We always build the custom Texas plates here. We got a V10 BB, short for Baby Bull. Lamborghini has this dynamic with their sports cars. They always have a big V12 powerful flagship car. And often they will have a smaller entry level, if you would, car. Since all of their cars are named after fighting bulls or something to do with bullfighting, the smaller cars often been referred to as the Baby Bull. So that's where this comes from. Like, not every generation has had a Baby Bull. The Countach era, you had the Urraco Silhouette, the Jalpa, I believe. This is like 3 variants of pretty much the same car. The Diablo didn't have a Baby Bull. The Murcielago that followed it had the Gallardo. After that, you had the Aventador, which got the Huracan. And in the current generation of cars, you've got the big V12 Revuelto, and you have the Temerario, which in my opinion is the prettier of the two cars. Fun fact, Revell has released the Revuelto in Europe. Hopefully it's coming to the US soon. I would like to get one. I'm not in love with the Revuelto, though. I really do think the Temerario is the prettier car. However, that is the reason why we've got the BB for Baby Bull on here. This was the V10 Baby Bull during this generation of car. Of course, we have our registration sticker with the month and year that we wrapped up the build, as well as our toll tag. The headlights came out really, really well. I'm surprised, but they did come out really clean. I really like them. Taillights came out nice as well. We did go with the Superleggera style spoiler, which also was really nice because it creates a much easier method for opening the trunk. And there were a few of you who were concerned about the black that I had going on the earlier version of the spoiler. I believe the comment was made by one viewer that it looked like a cheap plastic add-on or something to that extent. I have gone in and done some Scale Motorsport carbon fiber. So we do, if the light will actually catch it, you do have your carbon fiber pattern in there. Flashlight time again. And we have our engine bay, which for the most part that looks really nice for the limited access that you have in there. I wish I had the access to have gotten in there and wired up the coil packs for the engine in there, but there's just, you can't get in there really to do it. This is almost all the engine. Everything but the air intake at the top is pretty much one piece, and you just don't have the access to get in there with a small drill to drill that out and wire it up. But all in all, it still looks really nice. We did have to 3D model up the oil fill cap. There's not one in the kit. There's a spot for it. They tell you to paint the spot silver. It even looks like there's a part that should go in there if you look at the pictures on the instructions, but there's no part there. So we just made one. But yeah, that is a wrap on this build. I have finally finished something. I finished the Aston Martin DBS early in the year. I started on this and the Ferrari 275, and it just feels like I've been going on forever. The 275 is in the works. I've not had a whole lot of time to work on it. So that's going to be a wrap for this one, guys. Probably going to be a shorter video. Everything is still in chaos here at the house, to be honest with you. So I'm not getting a whole lot of time. On top of that, work now has us going in 5 days a week. So I don't have the editing time because I do, we work 10-hour days. So it's a 50-hour work week. But before, I was staying home on Fridays, and it is a 2-hour one-way commute to my office for me. So that's an additional 4 hours I'm losing that I don't have to edit and whatnot anymore. So recording video is going to get really difficult, to be honest with you. I don't know how I'm going to do or what I'm going to do about making sure that we get videos out in a timely manner. I can't even say that we're going to be honest with you, especially with everything going on with painting going on in the house. Like I said, Carol in a few weeks wants to start in on the dining room. We have someone coming in to do cabinets and countertops this Saturday. I'm not going to get anything done this Saturday. Our dishwasher has died, so we're having a new dishwasher installed on Saturday. Life is life, guys. But we're not going to dwell on all of that. I'm just going to take a moment to say thank you very much to every single one of you that watches my videos. I do appreciate you greatly. I'm going to try and get something else going here soon. I'm trying to decide between either the Fujimi Shelby Cobra or the 67 Corvette convertible. I'm pretty sure I'm going with the Cobra. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks again, always, for watching my videos and supporting the channel. Your support really does mean a lot to me. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I will catch you guys on the next one.